Welcome everyone to D&D Russ Edition 2K17 Episode 9 Beach Day!
Beach Day!
So when we last left our heroes, we met a carbuncle. We killed a Lich Knight. We're not quite sure what that means yet. We're going to work on it. Lunar disappeared again. What's new? And we think mayhaps Sparp has a new admirer. All these things and more. But maybe not everything. We need to first start out with a little bit of Tarantino. We need Tarantino a little bit because some things were left untied. But I think we can quickly do it. Lunar, are you ready?
No.
Okay.
I need to go. Bye. So long.
Yeah. Peace.
It's been fun.
All right. So you find yourself in a very dark and sulfury room. You feel like you've been here before. And the funny thing is, you don't just see it, you heard someone say exactly that. You hear someone say, you thought?
I'm just
and you're like,
I don't
what?
trust this. No. Mm-mm.
And the voice actually is starting to get louder.
I don't like it.
And you have someone, it sounds like someone is like narrating your thought process a little bit. They're not like reading your thoughts and like reading that out. But they say, I wonder if I'm going to see that very handsome short man again. And then the voice
That's not what I was thinking. No. Fuck that narration. I don't like this.
So is that what you're saying?
Yes, out loud. Yes.
Okay,
Very
so
much
when you
so.
say that, you hear a voice right next to you saying, yeah, I don't like that guy either. And you turn to your right.
Can I high five the voice?
Well, when you do, you go for the high five, and you are met with a gauntlet.
Oh,
Sup? And who you see is Burrell.
Cool.
Burrell is sitting here in this smoky room, and it looks similar to the room that you found yourself in last time. But something seems a little different. Burrell says, so I might have lied to you. I might have not been completely honest where you're going. You
Great.
see, here's the thing. Little birdie told me that you were going to try to get that necklace off of the small dog. And by small dog, I mean the person who took it from the small dog. But here's the thing. I gave it to them. That's not yours to take. And I'm really kind of a little angry, a little upset with the big guy over there who decided to think that that was okay to take away from them. So, first off, I think I need you to not take that from your friend.
Well, all right. Well, before the second of all thing, what's in it for me?
Okay. Well, here's the thing. You were promised one of these.
Yeah, buddy, I was.
So I think there might be a bit of change in management around here. And if there is, and if you help me with that, I could definitely make sure that you get one of these. Now, you've been already offered this, I understand. But understand this. If you don't go with me, I'm not going to be able to stop the rest of my gauntleted friends from going after your friends. I don't have that ability. And to be frank, I don't think all of them are going to make it if they do. So,
Okay, what about the wait? Whoa! What about the dog and the twig? It's the main point.
The twig?
Big-
Are you referring to the girl with magic, or are
No,
you referring to the twig?
the
Because I
twig.
didn't really
Did
think
I
much about the twig
stammer?
myself.
Did I stammer? I
Here's the
said
thing.
the twig.
I gave. Well, I didn't. Did I give the necklace to the twig?
No, I'm just asking. Out of everyone who would survive, would the dog and the twig live? I'm not saying does the twig have the necklace.
Listen to me. You say no to me, I can't stop them from all dying.
I don't know how much I appreciate this dude telling me to not say no to him.
No,
I'm sorry.
please. I'm not saying I'm going to go kill you because I'm not that guy.
You're just heavily
I was
implying
once
that
told.
we'll die.
Hold on. I was once told I had to go do a thing because, well, someone was twisting my arm. Now I just happen to go take care of that person, so I don't have to worry about that again. The person who wanted you dead is no longer a problem. He kind of just pushes his hands away from it. The person who wanted you dead, no longer a problem. If anything, you guys owe me a favor.
That's funny. No. So, number one, I understand what you're saying. I get it. I mean, I feel you. But I'm not seeing any benefits to me helping you over helping him. And I know, my friend. Ooh, yeah. I met these guys like a week ago. And I spent how much time with them?
Well, an increasingly less amount. You tend to hanging out with us a lot.
Yeah, see, that is a thing.
Here's the thing, though. I'm not the only one who feels the way that I do.
Okay, what I'm saying is I'm down to help you. Sure. I'm just going to need something right now. You're going to have to prove to me why I should help you. Like, you got to give me something. For all I know, I'm getting transported into this disgusting smelling room.
You're right. And at that moment, he snaps his fingers, and you guys are on top of the cascade.
That's not the point I was making. You were definitely
I hope you're not afraid of heights.
No, I am not. I'm afraid of nothing, god damn it. I'm afraid of being poor, which I seem to be at this moment in time. I'm just saying, you need to give me something besides not putting me in a bad smelling room. You already did that. And you know, the trauma is there. That was
for a fact. I'm sorry. We'll tell you what. And he starts like patting down his pockets. He tries to like see if he can like. I'm sorry. I don't really keep a wallet on me. I don't really have much need for money because I just usually take it. Here, tell you what. And he pulls off a ring off of his actual hand and holds it out to you.
What's it do? What is this?
Some people like to think it lets you walk on water.
What do other people think?
Other people like to think that they can manipulate water in some sort of way. It really depends on how much you use it. I don't really use it a lot, so I figure you might be able to get a little bit better at it. I'm usually hanging around a lot of fire, brimstone, that kind of thing. So I don't really hang around a lot of water.
That's trustworthy people do. Just hang out with brimstone and fire. That's fine.
It's my thing. Tell you what, use it. You're going to get better at it. But you might be able to manipulate some water sometime.
Cool. I'll take that. All right. Now I will genuinely think about what you're saying. Thank you for the ring.
So here's the thing. Think about it. You have about 30 seconds. Because I'm leaving. I'm going to go back to doing the thing I need to do. And if you want to catch a ride, that's cool. But I might be a little bit more inclined to do that if you go with me.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So he puts his hand out.
Oh, God. I have to do another. All right, fine. Yeah. Slap it in.
And when you do, you just shake his hand.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I figured. But can I do like a really hard shake?
Yeah, you totally go for it. Do you want to do like a fancy...
Oh, yeah, can I?
Yeah, roll for it. I'll roll for it, and we'll see how it goes.
Roll
I just got a 20.
Roll the fist bump.
So technically, your side of it's going to be great.
Yeah.
I got a 13.
Did you do a performance? You can do.
Oh, and no, a performance. Let me add a 20.
Yeah, okay, so you just witnessed one of the best like secret handshakes that has ever existed. It's got tricks all over the place, and neither of you were really expecting to do it. But when you both finish, you're just like, oh, wow.
If I wasn't already like sure of my decision that I made with you, that did it.
That
We're
just,
good. Yep, we're
I'm
good.
so impressed right now.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, one of my biggest things is I'm a big fan of your friend, the devil. But that was probably more impressive.
Wow. All right. Yeah.
It's a good thing Mordai's not here.
So tell you what, I think your friends are off doing stuff, probably not looking for you. Good friends, right?
Yeah, I know. That's why I was kind of like,
I'm gonna go bring you back to your friends and do some more stuff. By the way, by the by, P.S. Maybe don't mention I did the thing to that guy, cause don't want to get back to you. I don't want to get back to me, cause then people will be looking for me.
so keep my
Maybe
mouth
just keep that a mystery for now.
shut. Gotcha. I'm not going to betray the person that I just gave that awesome like handshake high five to. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and so with that, he just grabs your wrist and then disappears.
Why do they always leave me?
No, you disappeared as well.
I'm sorry, Russ. I'm taking very detailed notes here. Could you make that noise one more time for when you disappeared?
There it is.
Thank you. Okay, I got it down here.
Are you gonna sample that?
God, I fucking wish.
I will send you a better sample of that.
Unfortunately, like, my computer is a potato in all, like, the right ways that make it to where I can't record that right now to sample it.
Well, I'll send you a voice clip of it.
Oh my god, fucking please do. I can do something with that.
Yeah.
Anyways, game.
Beach day. Everyone wakes up. They have their continental breakfast. Sparmp is all like, for whatever reason, Sparmp's just hanging out at the Senate Hotel.
From whatever reason, bitch, there's
bagels.
pancakes.
Bagels. Come on.
Oh wait, no, I'm still
Damn it.
smart. I happen to find that the crepes at this particular establishment are quite exquisite.
Yeah, you're still smart for a half day.
Judging me for enjoying these delicious crepes, good sir. Worship or not, I will enjoy these crepes.
Yeah, so it's pretty much a free for all for the breakfast table between Sparmp, Choose, the Devil, and I. What is Elaine and Stumble doing?
Well, Stumble is probably looking for them veggies. Go get the fresh fruit and whatnot.
Oh yeah, this huge platters of fresh veg.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, and Elaine.
Elaine is calmly just taking some food. Nothing really special. Just okay. Yep, gonna have some of this, some of this.
Right. And so
she knows that Choose is probably gonna ask later, so she puts some food in her pockets, keeping Choose in line.
Nice.
So nice.
Nice. So when you guys finish up this amazing buffet, Choose is pretty full for like the first time in a very long time. And you guys you see Nami, she kind of comes over and goes, I think Jer's looking for you outside.
Oh shit, Russ.
Yep.
I forgot to send you a very, very important note.
Yep.
Let me just hang on one second.
Billy Bean. It's my new nickname for
What is?
Billy Bean.
Billy Bean. That's
Billy
cute.
Bean is not your pupper. You're just a dog. I said I am the one.
So, Russ, I realized that last week when we had the Zone of Truth on all of us, what's his name would know that Gomeo passed the save and was able to beat it.
Sorry, can you say that again? My dog was.
Last week when we had the Zone of Truth,
Yeah.
Archmage Jer would have known that Gomeo passed the save and was able to lie.
You're asking, would have he?
No, I'm saying that
Yeah.
I just checked the Zone of Truth and realized that he would have. So,
Yes, that is correct.
okay. So that's why he was saying, yeah, right.
It might have just been me, but
I didn't hear it.
no. Can you say that again? You went robot-y.
I was saying, okay, so that's why he the whole time was saying he knew that we were telling the truth and Gomeo was lying, but everyone in the audience thought that, didn't know that, obviously.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's kind of why Jared's kind of taken a shining to you guys.
Okay.
Because for the longest time, Gomeo was kind of a big deal within the political scene. And once he found out that that was lies, he wanted to support you guys wherever he could, being that you guys seem to be a beacon of truth and somewhat justice.
Sure.
We have a beacon
Drunk
of-
and justice.
Yeah, yeah, that seems like words.
That's totally us.
Yeah.
Truth and justice.
Hey,
Good stuff.
sometimes justice happens around us.
It just happens to occur around you, and you're just around for it. So,
Not around Lunar at this point.
yeah. So you guys hear Nami say, "Hey, Jared's looking for you outside. It seemed fairly important." And she's seeming a lot more chill as of late. You've always known her to kind of be very, very strict. But right now, she's got a very chill demeanor to her. Hey, puppers, you need to lay down. You need to lay down. I know. Lay down. Come on. I believe in you. You can do it. You've got the heart. You've got the fight of a champion. Now you can lay down. Come on now. Lay down. Come cuddle. So you guys make your way outside.
Yes.
And there's tons of people outside. It's conducting their businesses. A lot of people going back and forth throughout the center, the plaza, and you just see Jer off in the distance. He notices at you, and he waves. He has a big wave, and he actually prances towards the party. Once he gets there, he explains that once again something has happened to Lunar, and she is nowhere to be found. He says, all available Republic resources are being used to find her whereabouts, and I assure you that it's the utmost importance that has been placed. Sorry, I assure you that the utmost importance has been placed on making sure she is found. Meanwhile, there's no reason to worry about it, as there's nothing we can do about it. Since there's nothing really for you to do in terms of missions until we find her, I suggest you guys take some time. You've deserved some rest and relaxation. There's a beach underneath the city that I would like to invite you to. I tend to go there after stressful meetings. We will be leaving immediately, so if you need anything, please grab it now. And he kind of starts walking towards a tiny yacht with sailed wings, as if a sail was on its side on both sides. It seems a little weird, a little small, and you're not exactly sure it's going to fly.
Morta doesn't care. He's excited. Casts thaumaturgy immediately to make his voice boom 3 times louder than normal, and just shouts, "Beach day!"
Exactly, and so he gets in. He kind of prances, he has a jolly prance over to over to the yacht, and he jumps in. And he kind of straps himself in. And he's kind of looking back at you, and he's waving. He's like almost like an excited puppy. Oh, Pope is raising their hand. Sorry.
I'm just curious. In game, what time is it?
It's about 10 in the morning, so you're probably still drunk. Was that something you're going to ask?
I was gonna ask if I was still smart.
Oh, yes. Yeah, you're drunk and smart. So it kind of balances out.
Okay, are we talking about the character or?
Well, both.
Did we actually end up drinking that much last night?
No,
Probably.
did.
I'm Sparp.
Sparp did.
Well, but I mean, then like beer with breakfast, you know.
Yeah, you just keep
You can
going
get
for
there
it.
if you try hard enough.
The party doesn't stop, you guys.
No. So you guys kind of stumble your way over to the. I say stumble because half of you guys went out to the Tilted Kilt last night.
And the other half is Stumblemuck.
Hey. Oh God.
Okay. Well done. Henry can
Thank
swim. Okay. And did we get a definitive answer about swimming? They can swim. Okay, cool. So raccoons can swim. So you guys kind of make your way over to this contraption. And you realize when you get there, it's actually like pretty well built. It just looks like a one of a kind kind of thing. You're not going to see a ton of them. And so you guys strap yourselves in. And Jared just looks so pleased to be in the pilot seat.
Oh no!
He says they don't usually let me do fun things like this while I'm in the position that I have. It's been quite some time. And as the party sits down and straps into the yacht, it lifts off of the platform, and in a quick jolt, it goes careening into the air like a dart. And as it reaches the peak of its arc, the nose of the yacht just lowers towards the land below, and you fall fast.
Shoes screams.
Faster and faster, and it
Wave your
goes.
hands in the air.
And if you fall faster and faster, and Jer cries out, "Yahoo!" He pulls the wheel hard to the starboard bow and creates what feels to be a rapid tailspin. And you feel your breakfasts just being pushed up against the side of your stomach. And you stall facing upwards. And you can just see the sky getting farther and farther away from you. And you have no clue how close the land is, but you figure you're in this position for a couple of seconds, so it's starting to get closer. And you start plummeting hard, but then Jer reverses the wheel's direction. And in doing so, you feel the yacht come into another spin. The entire time, although you feel the panic, there's no point where you feel like there's any sort of chaos to Jer's flying/falling. The spin slows down, and finally you understand this has all been Jer dancing with the ship. You see him now and how he controls the ship. He touches it with intimacy that none of you expected. None of you really expected from a wizard, from a weaver. Without looking, he's able to adjust the controls with the utmost precision. He is a leaf in the autumn wind dancing around gracefully.
Oh
No.
Jared levels up the controls.
That's a reflex. I'm gonna roll a perception check.
Yeah,
I get my
totally.
shield out and protect Jer.
I just
I
rolled
like
a
how the
19.
tone
Do I
changed.
happen to see any large planks of wood careening toward the ship or anything like that?
You actually do. You do, and you see it going straight for Jer. And Jer looks up, and he goes,
You shut the fuck up.
"Ha!" And then he turns the ship backwards, and he's able to knock the plank of wood out of its way. And the ship starts spinning slower and slower and slower, like those, what are those called? Helicopter leaves. It just kind of gracefully falls towards the sand below. And then you start to feel it gliding. He never lost control once.
And Shoes never stopped screaming.
Four-Eyed turns to Sparm and says,
Without
"You know, you're a pious man. Have you ever known Diam to be a real son of a bitch?"
My good sir, you haven't the slightest of clues. Let me tell you something. Agnosticism sounds fantastic right now.
Jer levels out the controls, and the ship starts heading towards the water, a little bit of ways away from the land. And he does one last turn, and the ship slowly comes to a very smooth landing into the water. The ship lands and splashes and then lurches towards the shore, and then all of a sudden you hear and feel just the slightest of thuds as the ship rubs up against the sand. And everyone is quiet for a moment, particularly in shock, fear, and disbelief, except for Choose, who's screaming like crazy.
Yep.
So, Elaine is just patting Shoes' back, going, "It's okay. It's okay." When you said that now that we landed and we stopped moving and everything,
So
she looks around and goes, "Seems like a normal fucking Sunday to me."
And Jared's quietly laughing. And he says, "You know, I built this. I'm not like most of the members of the Senate. I was actually born an artificer.
Me too.
Always building things. I only learned how to cast spells only recently, within the last couple of decades." And he looks at you, Elaine, and says, "One tip of advice I could offer you all: sometimes enjoy the little things." And with that, he opens up the cockpit to a blinding light. And once your vision kind of settles, you notice a very bright beach. Oh, your hand. Yeah.
At the point that he says enjoy the little things, I assume that it's not quite noon yet.
Yeah, it's about 10.
Okay, I look over to Choose and say, "I quite enjoy you, small raccoon friend."
Elaine gasps. That's the first time anybody acknowledged that Shoes was a fucking raccoon.
Yeah, I'm
Choose.
smart, Sparm.
Shoes
And some more that
stopped
says,
screaming. And just
"Buddy,
goes,
I think the potion wore off. This is a dog."
Shoes
Julia.
reaches a weird little hand out towards Sparp and just goes, "Think," and is like tearing up.
Well, see, you made them upset.
And then
Yes, I
Shoes
tend to do
just
that.
like is reaching down, just kind of like patting at Mordai's face, like, no.
So you guys get out of the very it's a pretty sturdy ship, and what you see is just beaches that go for miles, and just the sand almost looks like gold, as if no one's really touched it in years. And the only thing that actually breaks that line is shadows. Shadows. And you look to your left, and you see underneath the city the remains of the Warbringers that you piloted only a few days ago. The Warbringers that you used to save the day, to destroy that very large corrupted behemoth, and to do the right thing when you weren't exactly sure how the result would go. You saved Citadel.
So, Stumble.
Sorry,
Oh.
go ahead.
Stumble's gonna ignore all of that and gonna go searching for them seashells.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to ignore all of that symbolism that doesn't apply to me and enjoy this beautiful afternoon.
I love that.
Stumble's gonna ignore that scenery and just rush out to the beach and
Right.
looking for them seashells.
Okay, so Stumble is going to be looking for seashells.
But not picking them up. Let it be noted that he's introducing himself to them.
I love it. Jake, go ahead.
Can I just can I just kind of like, if I need to investigation, sure, but is one of the Titans exactly how I left it
Yeah,
in the vision?
absolutely. You all recognize the ones who are in the Titans as the Titans that you left, and how they basically, aside from just like being there for 100 years up against the water, essentially, they're not in the water, but they're exposed to the ocean air. They are practically the same.
And one's just like in that same
Yep.
that same Atlas pose.
Yeah, and
Well, hell.
and it's funny because like you see it and you just reminded of a time where this whole world, Vega, was just like hell-bent on destroying itself, but in those last few moments of what you remember in the past, you were able to look at those times and say no, and you, without any regard of your own safety, being that you didn't know that you were whether or not you're going to make it out of there, you guys all saved Citadel from falling. So you guys are kind of stuck there for a sec, looking at it. And when you do, when Stumble is just kind of looking at shells and Sparp, what did you say you were doing?
I like to imagine that I'm building a sandcastle.
Yeah,
having
you go straight to the water. Everyone else, you're looking up, and then when you look back, you see Lunar just standing on the beach.
Friend.
Dog.
Mom!
Yes.
I'm not even surprised.
Hi guys. It's been so long.
Hi, Lunar.
What you doing here? What's happening? Where are we?
I'm building a sandcastle.
Helpful. Man. Good.
It's gonna have towers.
Even better. We're doing great. This is exactly the question that I asked and wanted a response to. Where are we?
So we, as you could see, are on the beach. Apparently it's a private beach. And essentially Jer said that since everybody is looking for you, until we find you, there wasn't much that we could be doing. So he took us to finally fucking relax on the beach.
And so when you say that, Jer actually walks out of the ship, carefully closes the cockpit and looks over and sees you and
Luna
goes,
turns to Jer and goes, I found her.
I'm gonna finger gun and be like, "Sup, J-Man?"
and he actually goes, hey, I'm going to ignore you're here for the rest of the day. And then he just starts prancing, his legs just really high up in the air, and starts just going towards the water and starts splashing. And you realize this old man sometimes acts more childish than you'd ever really admit.
Okay, I would like to play a very jaunty, happy tune. Think of like the town music in Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Like the Ocarina of Time. That's what I'd like to be playing right now.
Yeah, go for it.
And I got a total of an 18, so.
Yeah, you're just killing it. You're just killing it. You start making noise.
Now, was that on the magic instrument?
Yeah, which instrument is that the
I feel like the ocarina would be the best to play Zelda music, but you know what? Yeah, we'll go with the flute.
All right, and just remind me, what did that flute exactly do? Because I don't have your sheet up.
I don't remember what the flute does because we never really found out what it does. We just know that it's good for performances.
Oh, right. I remember that one. Okay,
so
cool.
all we really recognize is the fact that it really attracts people when I play it well.
Yeah, so it attracts, like, not necessarily people, but it just attracts.
And I think that it
So-
sounds like multiple instruments at the same
Oh
time.
yeah, it's the orchestra.
Yeah, it sounds like it's the orchestra flute, and so yeah, you play this just like, and it's not like you're just like playing the ocarina as Link, and it's like do 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 do. It's like the whole symphony, just like playing it, and you're just killing it, and Jared's just absolutely delighted. He just looks like a small child,
That's
just
why I did it.
kicking in the sand and splashing, and he goes swimming, and that leads me to ask Lunard, Mordai, Elaine, choose. What do you do?
I'm just here to kick it and play music, man.
Yeah, I mean, we've been reunited as a band. Mordai whips his drum out.
I would like to give like a solemn nod to Mordai. Just like, sup, thanks. Good to see you.
Choose wants to play
What'd he
music,
do?
but Choose also wants to swim. So Choose is just like standing in the water with the tuba.
Yeah, and like the water is just like making the sound reflect a little funny, and it sounds like there's a bit of like reverb on it, and it just sounds great. You guys don't even roll performance checks on that.
Okay.
I didn't know we were fighting fascists this episode.
Oh. Oh.
Elaine,
Yes.
what do you do?
The rest of them are playing. Elaine's gonna put her hands out and start doing her air synth music.
Yeah, her what was that instrument called? I think we just called it air synth, didn't we?
The
Yeah, that one.
theremin.
Theremin. Yeah, you're playing like the fantasy theremin, and you guys just like just from that 18 alone, you guys are just like killing it on the beach. There's not a soul in sight, and essentially you're just playing to these giant, giant titans that are just standing there holding the city up, and to Jer and to Stumble, of course, and Sparp. But so you guys you spend quite a bit of time playing Fantasy Guitar Center. That's amazing. Looks like I know where we are going.
God damn it.
And so yeah, you guys just play for like a good hour.
Just a scoring the beach episode.
Yeah.
Stumble's gonna bring some shells up to Sparp. And he's gonna go to Sparp and he's gonna say, Sparp, these shells, they're searching refuge. They need help.
That's the link I linked.
Oh, I didn't actually look at it.
I do believe that these shells are fit only for a castle made of sand, perhaps.
I think
Correct. I was hoping they could stay here for a little while.
Well, I do think that I can make that happen, my small little friend.
And Stumble dumps like several shells around the castle.
Can I make a very specific point after
Yep.
I'm done playing to just walk up to Stumble and be like, I would like to see the twigs. I would like to say hello. It's been a while.
Stumble, me,
I think it's only proper etiquette to ask him to dinner first.
Oh.
What do twigs eat? They eat smaller twigs.
No. Twigs don't eat smaller twigs. Twigs eat what they like to eat. When they want to eat. Usually dirt and maybe some grass.
I was
Honestly,
like,
it's one of those
descriptive.
relationships, huh?
I just want to get
Also,
loaded.
I'm
I wanna have a good time.
I'm gonna also mildly nod to Stumble. That's it. Not even like a full hello, just like a.
But yeah, I'm gonna not hand the twig over, but like just like
present the twig.
Present it.
I would like to do like a pseudo bow, like, and that's it, and then walk away.
Good talk.
I had to make a point of it.
Okay, so you've gone over and said hi to Twig, and next to you is Sparp, who's quite intelligently creating a masterpiece in the sand that is a giant sandcastle, and just kind of a little ways away, you see Jer splashing and giggling like a little child, and then you see Choose just standing out in the water with the tuba.
Can I would like to put on that ring, that water ring that I got.
Yeah.
I wanna just like casually step out into the water and see if anything happens, honestly. And like really just think about it real hard.
What are you thinking about exactly?
Okay, you know in Final Fantasy X when Yuna is on the water?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking about. That kind of exact scene.
You're just kind of standing out. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I just make a roll. Make a roll.
Hold up. 15.
Okay. And I'll get you to actually 15 is going to be enough, I think, for now. So when you do, it's not quite exactly what you're expecting.
I didn't think it would be.
No, and you immediately realize, oh, this might need a little bit of like practice. But when you do, you see the water kind of just start pooling around you a little bit, and at first it's not really noticeable. But then it gets a little bit more, and the water kind of lowers by your feet, and it starts spinning a little bit faster and faster. And you see drops of water just kind of spinning around, and when you do, you're able to kind of get it up pretty high, and then it just drops.
I would love it to be noted how excited Lunar is, but she doesn't show it. She's just like, oh, and walks back to the beach.
So Lunar was in the water, not on the water, right?
Correct.
Okay.
That's one thing to note is, although you're kind of, when you're walking out, you're kind of expecting to be like, can I walk? You just went straight in, and you're like...
So it started out very non-gracefully, so I just stepped, and I'm like, that's fine, it's fine, it's cool.
You're good.
Cool.
And like everyone else saw the water kind of droplets go around her.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So
I have some explaining to do.
Yeah, Elaine's gonna be like, so that was interesting.
Sure was, wasn't it? Yeah. Crazy. Anyways.
Is that a spell that you're working on, or?
It's like an old family secret thing. Yeah. You know how like
so
some
how
families...
long have you been a heathen?
You know how some families pass down like recipes? My family passed down, water.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make a bluff check for me.
Okay. I got a 19.
Then I guess.
Yeah, you totally got that. You're like, wow, what an interesting fact about you, Lunar, that we previously did not know.
Yeah, I completely believe that. 100%. I got a 7, by the way.
Nice.
I'm like, oh, whoa. So, like, you're a bird and a sorcerer?
The lines get blurred sometimes, man.
And sometimes, like, you go off about, like, how it's a bard trick that...
It's a parlor trick, actually.
A parlor trick. It totally was just smoke and mirrors the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. If it were a bard trick, like, Lord, I would know it.
That's why it's a family thing. Like,
yeah, family thing. Hidden secret.
It's not a bard thing, no.
Oh, yeah. My family things are more fire-based.
Yeah.
Hell bound.
I don't know
My
what.
family's running in a valley somewhere.
Side note, can we just go ahead and point out that Lunar has no idea who the fuck that is and has
Yeah.
been just politely ignoring it. That's all.
I'm so rude. I'm so rude. I'm so rude. This is my old coworker, Sparmp. Sparmp is a barbarian.
What time is it, Russ?
It's 11:53.
How do you do, Chikaru?
My name's Lunar, and I'm not here to make friends.
Fair enough. I'll go back to my sandcastle, then.
It's a nice sandcastle. You did well.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna put this shell right here. And it's there.
Sparmp was going to help us look for you. We were waiting for some news on literally anything we could do.
I was gonna
Found
say, it seemed like you guys weren't searching too hard, but like, I don't know how I'm supposed to tell if you were.
Well, the last time we were going to go look for you, you showed up again. And then this time
I
we
mean-
were waiting on some kind of news, and you showed up again.
Yeah, you guys haven't asked any questions about that, which seems weird to me. You guys have just...
You gotta get the sense that they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Listen,
Oh yeah,
listen.
Stumble definitely doesn't care.
Goes, honestly, I was waiting for the rest of them to go in the water, and then I was going to pull you to the side.
Oh, okay.
I'm the devil. I'm cool with whatever you got going on in your life. It's just like there's probably going to be some fire at some point. Whatever.
No, man, I get it. As long as you can keep playing that sick beat on the drums, we're good.
I got beat
Literally,
you whenever
I would
you
also
know
like
about you
just
is
like
that you're
casually
here,
look
then
and
no.
be like, that's it. Yeah.
What was
So-
that, Brandon?
Nothing.
I need it to be known that Choose is now just blowing bubbles in the water.
Oh, precious. Also, I heard fire. Keep that away from Twig. You're allowed to see him. You have visiting rights, but you do not have that kind of right.
It's joint custody.
I think you mean joint custody.
Yeah. Boom, ba-do.
Addie is immediately muted.
That was great. So
I'll sort
yeah,
myself out.
yeah.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting.
I'm waiting for
Yeah,
it.
no wait. I can see it's about to happen.
There you go.
There it is. Mhm.
I'm surprised it took me this long.
Yeah. Well done.
Oh, we're
I
getting
can't
there.
believe she hasn't said that to me yet because I'm such a pun dad.
I think you've gotten one.
Oh, Jay has.
Oh no, I've gotten that from Addie. I'm saying I haven't actually gotten that from Mary yet.
Oh, happy belated birthday.
Yay.
Thank you, Morrow.
Yeah.
So you
I'm
guys,
just gonna go back to the beach.
yeah, I was gonna say you guys are. So you guys kind of like have this awkward moment where you're like, "Hey, you didn't ask me about where I was," and they're like, "Yeah, it doesn't matter."
No,
I'm just
but
gonna
as I
shrug and
said-
walk away.
as I said, Elaine says I was waiting for alone time to ask, and then you walked away. So Elaine's going to follow.
That's fine.
Well,
I figured you wanted to be away from them to ask.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
All right, go
But I just
for it.
figures it probably wasn't that good, and like when she wants to talk about it, she will.
Which,
That sounds
to
like
be
they don't.
fair, that does. I mean, Lunar is not a very open person. I don't know if you guys could tell.
Yeah.
Really?
That's why
Seems
Elaine
like
was like not going to ask with a bunch of people because that won't get any answers.
No,
Mordai's the
no.
fucking devil, like assuming a little bit of judgment. He gets it. He gets it.
So you guys make your way off to a little bit more of a privated area. Where do you guys go?
Is there any trees?
So kind of right next to the beach, there's a few trees, but next to those trees are essentially the feet and the craters of the giant titans.
You know, it occurs to me that Lunar has not seen this and is probably a little fucking curious. So she's gonna walk over next to the craters and tree and feet.
Okay.
So, like, size-wise of the feet, like,
The feet themselves look like two semis tied together.
okay.
Maybe even a bit bigger than that, to be honest.
Height-wise, that's...
Oh, height-wise, I would say that the feet are about like 30, 40 feet tall.
Okay.
So would you say they're pretty shady in that area?
Yeah, you could definitely get some shade going on.
Okay, I would like to be under that. I would like it to be known that Lunar does not like the sun.
Yep.
I'm a huge fan.
Sorry. Lunar does not run on solar energy. Who could have fucking guessed?
I
Need
feel
fucking sass today. It's fine. It's fine. Anyways,
Alright, so you guys make your way over to behind the feet of one of the Titans. You believe actually it was Jay's Titan. And you guys, you're able to kind of a couple of minutes alone to yourselves.
I didn't really I didn't walk away intentionally to just have this conversation, but she did notice that Elaine was following her, so she's just like,
Okay.
so I'm gonna look back and be like, hi, what's going on?
Hi, so I'm glad as far as you look, you seem okay. So what happened?
Yeah, I wish I could tell you, because it's been a real weird couple days for me.
Yeah.
I keep getting thrown into this really gross room that smells like sulfur. There's a lot of smoke. A bunch of dudes talking to me about doing stuff. He gave me this nothing.
So when you said that, you did move your hand like you were gonna show the ring, and then you stopped.
Yeah,
right?
totally.
I did, yeah. I was like, nothing. But I also
So-
at this point have a shit ton of rings.
Yeah, you have a lot of rings on.
Yeah, I have a lot of rings.
With the passive perception of 17, do I notice a new ring, or
No, you notice a lot of rings, because Lunar's always just had a bunch of rings. So if you were,
Okay.
although due to the context of the conversation, I'm actually going to get you to make a roll for it.
Okay, that makes sense. So 12, probably plus 2, I think. So probably a 14.
Yeah, that wouldn't be enough to really tell any difference between the rest of the rings that she has.
Yes. Okay.
Look, I hardly remember what's been going on. All I remember is that I got teleported into this room, and then I kind of got really lost. It smelled really bad. I was really scared, and I suddenly came back. And then that dude with the gauntlet grabbed me and pulled me into the same goddamn room, and now I'm back again.
Okay, so
This, I'm going to get you both to do. So again, Chelsea, you're going to do a bluff check. Or it's not a bluff check. What is it?
Deception.
Was it?
deception.
Yeah, deception.
I got a 21.
Oh fuck! All right. And
I'm not gonna beat that.
I have a
Yeah,
plus 7.
not at all.
that would be perception, right?
Insight.
Insight. Yeah. So no dice.
So that was 11.
Yeah. So you actually just straight up believe her.
So yeah, I believe that you don't know what happened. So I'm gonna say, so remember I told you that I kind of, the first time, I don't know anything about the second time, but the first time I kind of said that I had a vision and then dreams about
Yeah.
you being brought away that first time. And I kind of remember in my vision your hand being shoved into lava. And then the last time we touched, your hand seemed pretty fucking warm. So
Yeah, that's true.
Does-
That's
does-
a little warm.
does that help jog your memory at all? Like,
I remember there being fire.
do you remember the guy? Because I was expecting to see a fucking demon, and it was kind of like,
I remember the
what?
guy with the gauntlet.
but
I mean,
but
he's a
the
demon.
first time, the first time it was not Borel. It wasn't the guy that
Just do the
teleport.
gauntlets, man. They all look the same. White men look the same.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
True.
Um,
So I'm just gonna keep expressing disbelief, pretty much, because Lunar is just like, I don't know, man. Like you could. You tell
are you worried?
a little. Look, man. I've been alive for 80 years. Okay, I've seen some things. I'm like, I know that's not very long for me, but like,
Both of you roll perception checks.
5.
Okay.
13.
13? Okay. Cool. Nothing happens.
Cool. Nothing that we noticed happened.
Yep.
Well, yeah, Addy, I have a passive perception of 17, but he asked for an active.
Oh yeah, totally.
roll.
Actually, you know what? You're right. So yeah, Elaine notices a heat coming off of not only just Lunar but Lunar's arm.
What's coming off it?
A heat.
Okay. So, how's your arm feeling right now?
Actually, that's a good question. Does Lunar notice her arm feeling warm?
Yes.
Cool. You know, we're on a beach, so pretty warm.
You notice the rest of her body though is pretty cold.
Shit.
Yeah.
DM just fucking ratted me out.
Your arm kind of is giving off like hot gauntlet feels, while the rest of you is like you heat.
I'm gonna express genuine concern, like on her face. Otherwise, I would say like, "Oh God," but no, on her face, she looks genuinely concerned, and it's like, can you see it? Can you see what's happening? Because it feels like warm, but like
Elaine is going to touch her arm and see if something happens.
When you do, it feels almost as if it was going to burn you, but it doesn't. When you do, Lunar feels in that area in which the skin is touching, you feel an immense heat as if it was burning you, but you feel no pain. You also are able to just sense the necklace around Elaine's neck.
I'm just gonna hold my arm and be like, "That's fucking weird." And like that's it, and just like look straight at Elaine and be like, "What's going on with you?"
So Elaine is just going to hold her hand for a minute if she doesn't like pull it away or anything. Are you gonna pull it away?
No, I feel like at this point Lunar is pretty non-fussed about this stuff.
So Elaine casts Identify.
Identify. Okay. What did you get?
No,
yeah.
Identify is the one that it just...
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much it tells you if it's a magic item, if it's magically imbued, any magic. It tells you pretty much everything about it.
So yeah, you're wondering about the gauntlet, the lack thereof. So basically,
Gauntlet.
Pseudo gauntlet. And actually, that's a great name for it for now. So basically, what you see, or what you know, is the gauntlet is there, but it's not there. It's so actually, yeah, okay. So it's there. It's not that it doesn't. It's not in the same plane.
Okay.
You feel like some sorts of magic could probably detect it. It's very clear that if it's actually there, Lunar doesn't know how to use it. Nor would Lunar know, have the ability at this current time to use it. You hold on. Can you tell me a little bit more about that spell?
Yes, I will copy paste it in the chat for you.
Yeah. Just want to make sure that I'm saying enough, but not too much.
Yeah. Pretty much if I do it on like a regular magic item, it'll pretty much just tell you everything about the magic item. But since it's her arm, I don't really know.
These
So it's-
hands are magic. Excuse you.
Yeah.
Have you heard my music?
All right.
Wait,
So
you can learn spells are affecting a creature? That's wild.
Yeah.
What is this, identify?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah, I identify as pretty much the spell that, like, if you have an item you don't know what it is, and you go to like a magic shop and say, "Here, tell me what this is," they generally cast identify, and I'm like, "Here, this is everything about it."
yeah. Okay. So it is a gauntlet. Is the gauntlet is on her. She can't see it. She can't use it, as it seems as though, although it's there, it's kind of stuck in a different plane.
Would I
You-
have an idea of how she could use it? Like, could I tell her, if you do this, you could use it?
That's actually, although Identify would normally tell you something like that, you have the feeling that something needs to happen, or someone needs to essentially enable it
Okay.
before it can work. Demon Touched Club represent. Love it. Yeah.
And should I make like an Arcana check to see if I could learn anything else about it, or that's pretty much everything that I could get?
With it, you know that it's capable of lending abilities to the user that it would normally not be able to do. It could cause the user to be able to use spells like Firebolt, Fireball, a lot of evocation kind of magic that normally it wouldn't be able to do.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just atrocious.
Who'd want that? Yeah. Oh God, gross. Magic.
And
It's at
if
this-
it makes a difference, I got a 23 Arcana.
Yeah, so you get the feeling that you think that with a 23, yeah, okay. Yeah, so legend goes, and you know a lot. Like, you're, for a very young child, you know a lot about these gauntlets.
Especially since I knew it was connected to the
Yeah,
necklace. I probably researched it like at night recently.
yeah. So you know it to be almost like a contract. You understand it as 23. You understand it as a contract. It's a pending contract, and the Balar gives it out to people. Basically, how the Balar recruits people is he gets them to do something for him, and in doing so, he gives them the power of the gauntlet. So it seems as though this is evidence of an agreement, and it has not been carried out.
Okay. So Elaine is
Sorry
going
to rat you out.
It's fine because in my head, I mean, she still believes that I don't remember it. That wouldn't make her not believe, like.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Elaine is going to say, so the first time that you were missing, did we ever get the chance to tell you what we were up to when you were gone?
No, I know nothing.
Okay. So we visited Mordai and Swamp. Swamp is that barbarian guy.
Yeah, I met him. He seems like he likes sandcastles.
Yeah, he drank a potion yesterday.
This
So
is actually really important.
Russ,
I was going to say, it's at this moment you guys look over at Sparmp, and the clock strikes 12.
so, fuck. You guys, it's really pretty, and if I move, I break it. I don't know what to do.
And so you're stuck there. Oh, yeah.
Stumble, upon hearing this, is going to rush over and reclaim the shells.
I just want to take a minute before we continue on. I'm a little concerned about our dog. If you notice,
Oh. Oh.
You have never done anything like that. You have never. Why now?
you've been spending too much time with Bubba and Captain.
Russ, you all right, buddy?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Anything you want to talk about? Share?
No, all good. All good.
Okay.
Anything you
concerned
want to discuss live on air?
Yeah. Thanks, Ellie.
He's just staring.
Ellie's just standing there like, I don't get it. What's so funny?
I'm okay. I'm over it. That was funny.
Oh, hey, someone's got a new air conditioner.
Oh, it's old. We use the box as a table because we're poor. Anyway.
That was a
I
really
know
good
that
conversation changer, though. That was a really good one.
Yeah. So as you guys hear Sparp
Here to help.
say this, you guys get distracted by my dog humping, and the conversation that between Elaine and Luna completely ends.
But yeah, so like Elaine just sees that and then turns back to Luna like, okay, I'm just gonna leave Sparmp there for now. That's fine. He's okay. So
I'm afraid if I scoop backward, my capsule bump into the castle.
So
I
at
don't
this
know
point,
what
Jared walks over, looks at you, and goes, and actually levitates you up and out away from the sandcastle, and then puts you down.
I
That's what JJ's here
actually
for.
like lifting bear hug. Thank you, jolly old man. The castle lives.
Oh yes, I'm going to get hurt.
My apologies, good sir. And I put him down.
See, that's
And,
cool and all, but he could have put it on Tensor's floating disc, and then it would have been Sparm's moving castle.
And with that, I sit down a comfortable distance away from the sandcastle on the beach, recognizing that plot is happening, and sometimes you need to step to the side.
That's hilarious. Yeah. So.
So Elaine will say, so the two of them were in the arena back in the day, and we met up with their...
Wait, why was he in arena? I thought he was a bard. That's really weird. Did he just like open for the shows?
So apparently, before that, he was a fighter.
I'm just imagining Elaine just like rolling her eyes at me, just like, oh my god. Apparently. Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Ellie, do you need to go outside? Okay. I'm going to be very quick about this because we have some people who have to leave. Okay.
Take a buddy with you, Russ. Don't go alone.
Is that like the
Oh no.
We need to teach you a better potty dance.
She's literally never done anything like that before, ever.
She's a growing dog.
I am
No, she's all grown up though. She's almost 2 now.
I'm 1,000% sure that when she turned and looked at you, her inner thought was competition.
I love you too. Okay, but the thing, I don't think I've ever humped Russ's arm. I'm just saying.
I don't
Try
think
new things. Right?
I was like a very sarcastic, I think, but
Okay, then we're gonna add into Ellie's inner thoughts. I can do what you won't.
I want you to know, Addie, after you said try new things, my first thought was the Ellie situation, only sans Ellie replaced for Raccoon.
No.
Just, Mike!
no!
On that moment, I'll BRB and get some food.
Choose
Okay.
Get
sexually
some
in
beer
her.
while you're at it. Sparps at it again. And with that, 3 of my friends are gone. I'll be here if you need me, everyone.
Oh God. I'm glad that happened live so I can go back and rewatch.
Fuck!
You can play it
I
backwards.
forgot we were live streaming. Does anyone watch these?
Yeah, a few of us.
Define a few of us.
Rigi. I don't know. Do you know Rigi?
We've met like a couple times. I don't know Rigi. I know of Rigi.
That's fair.
Hi, Rigi.
Hallie, I think, watches some. Jay, right? Does Hallie watch this? I feel like she does. And fine, ignore me. That's okay.
That's fine. Just keep staring upwards.
No, don't worry about it. It's cool.
I think Jay found God. I think that's what's happening.
Jay found a mirror.
Oh. God. He's gone. He knows.
All right. I know that we all are supposed to rewatch them.
I
that's
haven't
why-
because I don't know where the links are.
Oh, I have it bookmarked. I
Yeah,
have
I've
better
never-
videos. They're really long. So
I just haven't been given
Yeah,
the links.
I
The
don't-
only one that I had was on YouTube.
I haven't even watched back the ones I missed because I'm a piece of garbage. So
you know what? Your character came in at this point, so you're cool. You're good. You're all
that's
great.
how I justify being a piece of garbage.
You know what? I'm very good at justifying being a piece of garbage.
I don't know what that's like. I'm perfect.
Oh sure.
Holy fuck, Addie!
What?
When did this person become you? Do you mutate? Do you like reproduce like a cell?
That's
that
actually
what this
exactly
is?
it. Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck! I knew there was some science shit
You
involved.
know that
here.
Lion King song, the "We Are One"? It's that.
Oh, is that the Moise de Blamois, the one? That one?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
You know, see, the thing was, Jan was supposed to come after that, but I just wasn't feeling it. So I was supposed to say, sure, Jan, but I didn't.
He
I
called
don't
the
even know
phase
what
of
we're
lunar
talking about.
eclipse.
So all I came back for was just Addie sure jamming someone.
Nothing happened.
I don't
No
know
dark
which one's
secrets were uncovered on this day, no, sir.
Yeah, I have no idea which one of these I was a part of. I know I'm part of lunar eclipse. That one makes sense. I'm a part of that one. I don't remember the rest.
I think you're part of almost all of them. So there's that.
Yeah, but I have no idea what happened in the last episode or the episode before that or the episode before that.
Oh, then
Yeah.
rewatch. Oh wait, no. Yeah, rewatch them. Or if you don't have time, I think Jay took notes. If
I work really hard at work, so like I don't have a lot of time between my bagel bites and Netflix. So
no, I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
So just ask for those notes. Okay, I could go for a bagel bite.
yeah. I kind of hate where I work because they bring in donuts, bagel bites. They have Otter Pops. They have burritos. They have beef jerky, graham crackers, cookies, Jolly Ranchers, and other candies. And they're just like, yeah, have whatever you want. No big deal. Just take whatever you want.
Where do you
I'm
work?
just like, I work at a local heating and air company, and I'm a dispatcher for them, which is great because at the very beginning they told me, they're like, if you're ever unsure of anything, just tell the customer on the phone, I'm just a dispatcher. Oh, and that's it. So now I've started saying it to like, hey, Chelsea, how are you? I'm just like, ooh, I'm just a dispatcher. Oh, I don't know.
I want you to know that with that sentence, you just became like one of my top 25 favorite people.
Thank you.
I also feel like it's fair to let you know that at this point, after almost 5 months in retail, not a hard list to get on.
Okay,
But you're
look.
still there, so...
I'm also qualified to be Mariah Carey's assistant.
Oh, wow. I should tell them that.
I took a BuzzFeed quiz, and I am qualified for this job. Let me tell you
That's
what.
actually insanely saying something. Like, I love Mariah Carey, but diva? Like, straight up.
And I could do it, according to BuzzFeed, so...
Well, I mean, is BuzzFeed ever really wrong? Really?
Right?
When I took a quiz to see which Parks and Rec's character I was, I got Little Sebastian. And
There you go. That's exactly you.
I am a pony. God damn it. Love
I
my
took
own.
a BuzzFeed quiz asking what kind of alcohol I am. It tried telling me I was a fine wine. Bitch, I am clearly a rough whiskey.
I think BuzzFeed was hitting on you there.
Well, BuzzFeed's gonna need to work on its lines a little bit, but if it's trying to tap this ball, you feel me?
Look, you know what's
No,
not
don't try and
Honesty.
sweep me up with what you want me to be. Recognize what my traits actually are, and I might let you plow my butthole. Okay,
I think
BuzzFeed?
you should take it up with them. You should probably tweet them at that. Tweet them that at them. So
Don't encourage me, Abby. I have Twitter right here.
contact
You should
BuzzFeed.
do it.
You should do it. Just contact BuzzFeed. Tweet at them.
You should do it.
Do it.
When I deleted over 19,000 tweets from my Twitter, I saved all of the ones of you either stoned off your ass or extremely extremely drunk, talking about you running for president. I saved those.
In all fairness, that might have been just when I was tired.
How do you
It
delete
wasn't.
tweets? Like,
Okay.
mass delete?
I like that. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
How do you mass delete tweets, Happy? Show me your ways.
You go to Google
Perhaps at
and you
different
Google
times.
mass deleting tweets,
Boy,
and
wait,
it'll
Oh.
take you to a thing. That's what I did.
Shall we get back to it?
Oh, yeah, sure.
The way it
Good
works
call.
is you don't because they're your children.
But
It was fed some shit.
but wait. Yeah. We have
Okay.
fucking bukkake me, you horned fucking penis, and then meet you fuckers at the glory hole in the KFC. That's the level of transparency I'm running in this campaign.
We're still live.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm totally just ready to run.
Wait a minute.
You guys are.
Russ feel free to carry on the campaign. I may or may not have just tweeted BuzzFeed.
Cool.
Okay.
Go on.
Gonna go to twitter.com.
So yes. So Elaine says to Lunar. So yeah, the two of them apparently had the same manager. So we went to go see him, and he had one of those gauntlets, and he told us a bit about what it actually means. And apparently, the way that he puts it is he kind of made a deal with the devil and got that gauntlet.
Figurative devil.
Yeah, not Mordai. Not Mordai.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's where I was confused. Like, did I just have to walk back over to Mordai and be like, hook it up?
Yeah, no.
I mean,
Like,
I'll do what I can.
You don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm like, hook it up. You sign your name on my arm.
like there's a good chance, like, knowing that Mordai is a tiefling, there's a good chance that, like, it's his great grandpa or something that made a deal.
Oh,
I don't
what?
know.
Because I'm a tiefling, I must be all up in some
Hey.
demonic shit?
Yes, like literally,
That's a
yes.
perfectly fair assumption. It's literally true.
But I'm offended at your immediate thought to it.
Look, I'm offended. That doesn't mean you're wrong.
But yeah, so Elaine's gonna be like, so the way he put it is he kind of like, at a time of need, kind of sold his soul and got some stuff, including the gauntlet and being in the cabal. But he didn't really seem like it was a good thing. And then another person, another gauntleted person showed up and tried to kill all of us.
What did he look like? Or
And that
she?
went
Or them?
poorly for them.
The other gauntleted person, I don't know. I don't remember, because the last thing I remember of that person is we smashed the gauntlet on that person's hand, and the whole entire person exploded.
Yeah. So you vaguely recall this person being just like a. This person was about 6 feet tall, had kind of like almost like about neck length hair. It was a little bit curly, and none of you guys have actually ever seen this person before.
Okay, so I described that. Just so it had kind of long curly hair. I didn't recognize them as anyone.
Okay, that's fine. I was just curious in case it was someone
but-
new.
But we exploded. We hit their hand and exploded the whole fucking person.
Wow, so that's crazy. So, on a pros and cons list, what would be the cons, I guess, of selling your soul to a figurative devil?
So I don't know how much of selling your soul to a person meant. If it's like a literal when you die, like your soul is theirs type of thing, or if it's just that you work for them and don't have a choice in what you do, kind of like how Borel tried to kill us that time, but didn't really want to.
Okay,
he was like, my job, so I'm gonna kill you.
But what about with B-Dog, Borel? Yeah, B-Dog. So what's your read on him? Because I don't really remember much of him. Is he cool? What's his thing?
I don't fucking know. Remember when he tried to kill us? I charm personed him.
Oh, yeah.
And when it wore off, he was still super chill and was like, yeah, sorry I tried to kill you, and gave us stuff.
Well, yeah, then honestly, I see nothing wrong because I remember him being really cool because, some things are starting to come back and he seemed pretty nice and he may not have brought up that gauntlet thing.
He seemed pretty nice, but he's still, even though he's a nice guy, was ordered to kill us and had to try and kill us.
To be fair, I've been ordered to do a lot of things. It's just the way the world works. So I can't really fault him for that. Okay, well, this is... I feel like I should mention... You know how my arm's all hot and weird and stuff? Yeah, so... Could I just want to test something out here. That necklace is actually giving off, like, the same read to me.
Yeah.
That really
they're both related to the Cabal.
Can I touch it? Just let me touch it just once. The worst that'll happen is I'll probably get teleported somewhere. Which, gee, shocking.
And this is a private beach, so no stranger is walking past, hearing the adult Lunar saying, "Let me touch it." It's like it's teenage Elaine.
I wasn't even thinking that. Y'all are gross.
Yeah, I mean, Lunar's like 70 or 80 or something.
88, thank you. Just saying. But look, or no, I was going to say, or you could put it in my hand. Thank you, Jay, for ruining my conversation.
Okay, so...
I'm the devil. I'm here to help.
Elaine is going to take the necklace and just put it on the outside of her shirt so, like, you could see it, and if you want to try and touch it, whatever you could.
Okay, yeah, I would like to reach out and touch it. Does anything happen?
And
Nobody accounted for this.
and
Okay.
Russ, look on Facebook chat. I didn't do anything yet, but I have that.
I think I know what you're getting at.
Which hand are you reaching out and touching it with?
The gauntlet hand.
I'm here to help.
Oh, this is good.
That means it's
Oh,
bad. I
have
thought
to
we
read
were
it for-
having a beach day.
Yeah, beach day.
Look, we played music, we played in the water. Beach day.
Sandcastle.
There was a sandcastle. Armed God floated.
Choose was trying to teach themselves how to do flips in the water, but I guess that's done now.
How many flips were you able to do?
Choose didn't make it yet.
Oh, that's sad.
All right. So you are you reach out, and just as you were about to touch it, you're about an inch away, and just before you do that, we cut to Choose playing in the water. Are you just
Playing in
like
the water with
sitting there
Mordai.
floating? Yeah.
No.
Are you guys? What are you guys doing?
So
Oh,
you
Morta's
know,
been like tossing shoes up into the
Yeah.
water.
like the thing that parents do with their little kids in the pool. It's like, and then like as the child is flying through the air, they're giggling hysterically. But like Shoes is a raccoon, so I think it sounds a lot like.
So you've got like little floaties on too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
And stunning
Stumble,
your beauty.
what are you doing?
Stumble has many shells he has to introduce himself to. He's found one he's quite liked. Her name is Bethany, and she'll be joining him on his travels.
Oh my gosh, we've joined. Oh my gosh, how does everyone else feel about it?
Hmm?
How's Twig?
Honestly, I
Wasn't
trust
talking about
Stumble.
you.
Wasn't
Talking
no,
about
no.
you.
I'm sorry.
You're barely here. You don't get a
More-
vote.
More important party members.
I tried.
How's the Stumble Party talking here? What are we talking here?
Twig is grateful. Twig is a gem, precious, loves everyone, invites everyone, would cook you supper if Twig could. Squirrel's a little frustrated, doesn't like new people that much. He'll get used to it. And Butterfly, don't forget Butterfly. I have a Butterfly.
Yeah.
Butterfly, not a care in the world. Doesn't really introduce herself to Bethany, but goes on with life.
Cool.
And the reason Bethany is coming along is because Stumble believes that Bethany will be his connection from wherever he goes to this beach. That
Yeah.
through the shell he'll hear the other shells and
Yeah.
communicate.
See, you put your ear up to Bethany, and you just start hearing the ocean calling.
Oh yeah.
And
definitely.
as you do that, as you put your ear up and listen intently to the ocean, you start hearing a rumbling coming from the shell from Bethany. Bethany is making tons of just like it almost sounds like angry little noises from far off in the distance. We cut back to Lunar and Elaine, and Lunar touches the necklace, and nothing happens. You guys both feel very warm, but you don't necessarily feel any sort of special power. And then you start to hear a rumble, like kind of like a storm, like a thunderclouds. And so when you kind of look up, although your vision's fairly, your vision is fairly blocked by the city itself. But looking on either side of the city, you see very dark thunderclouds. Except for they don't really look like thunderclouds. They look a little too dark for that. And then you see red. You see fire within the clouds. And the clouds are getting closer to the city. And then you guys start to see what looks to be like you see what looks to be like meteorites coming from this cloud. And they're heading towards the city. And the jovial Jer, his face goes from a big smile to a very serious one. And he cries out, "Children, back to the ship!" And he's very old.
But my sandcastle!
And in that moment, as Jer's running, he throws he casts a spell, and a bubble appears over top of Sparmp's sandcastle, protecting it from the danger that will come.
So mighty, and let's get the fuck out of here, guys. That looks spooky.
So Elaine tucks the necklace back in her
Yeah,
shirt.
and it's really hot, and it's starting to glow red.
Seems fine.
And your arm is like starting to hurt from the inside out.
Okay.
She would
you-
silently endure this place. Thank you.
And so you're gonna actually have to do that as you all hop. I'm assuming you guys all go into the ship.
Seems like a
Alright.
safe
Right.
bet.
Yeah.
So you jump into the ship and you strap yourselves in. You see Jer working at double speed, trying to get the ship running and going. Yeah, totally.
But no, No, it's fine. She just doesn't need to try and save part of the sandcastle. It's fine. It's me.
It's
Yep.
the thought that counts.
And so, as you guys get in, you strap yourselves in. The cockpit shuts itself, and the yacht just fires off like a bullet, up in the air, and it starts spinning around again. But this is far more controlled than what it seemed like before. And as you get up into the air, you fly above the city, and
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. As you fly above the city, you see a few things. You see the dark clouds overhead. You see fires down below again. But these fires look like they've been caused from the what looked to be meteors that came out of the clouds, as if there was like a volcano very close by. But it couldn't be like a volcano from the mountain range, as it's too far away. But you just see these large stones firing off into Citadel. And another peculiar thing you notice is when these things land, they get up.
No.
They get up and they start moving around, and they start attacking buildings and people. They look to be fire elementals. And Lunar, your arm is going to be shaking at this point, and it is burning hot. And so is the necklace. And your arm's gonna start shaking more, and it's almost at a pain you cannot bear, and you're doing all you can to not make any
Too silently.
yeah, you're trying to endure
dignifiedly.
it. You're trying to endure it without making any notice to yourself. Once Jer sees the scene, he almost looks dumbfounded, and he just says, I didn't think we could. I didn't think this was real." And so he sends the ship directly towards the port in which you guys took off from. And it lands hard, and you guys hear a giant thud. And when you do, once you hear the thud and feel the thud, the cockpit flies open, and Jared just starts running towards the edge of the city where all of the fire elementals were forming. What do you guys do?
Oh, dude, Mordai rushes after him.
And as a result,
Sorry,
Shoes
let me clarify.
rushes
Mordai
after
rushes in.
Yeah.
Same.
I guess I'm gonna just silently follow behind them.
Same.
Seems
Oh, wait.
weird for Lunar, but that's fine.
Shit. How far away are the fire elementals? Just to be clear.
They're pretty far away. They're a couple blocks.
Okay, all right. That's significant.
Okay.
On the way over, I would like to look at Elaine and be like, "How's that necklace feel?" Just casual question.
And it is burning hot. Your chest feels very, very hot, as if you could just explode from the inside out. Make a roll. Actually, I'm kidding.
And Elaine explodes.
And Elaine explodes. And
He rolls a 20, everyone else explodes.
everyone else is done. So you guys make your way. I'm guessing everyone does. Stumble, are you making your way as well?
He thinks about it for a second. There's some distance. Still thinking. Puts Twig in the bag and walks past.
Yep. Mordai?
Mordai is going to stop about 29 feet away from the nearest fire elemental
Okay.
and just turn back to the group if there's nothing else coming up before that.
Nope.
Okay. While we're running, Elaine is going to cast Whisper to Lunar, so pretty much they could communicate during this run without having to like yell it out.
Is that actually how Whisper works?
Essentially, you whispering, and the person within 120 feet could hear you.
And it's able to respond.
What?
And are they able to respond?
Yes.
Okay.
You point your finger to the creature and whisper the target, and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you could hear.
Yeah.
So this isn't telepathy, it is a whisper.
Yeah.
It's because the first day I think it was telepathy, but it's not. So yeah, it's really fucking hot. I guess you're on this too?
Yeah, I know it doesn't feel great right now. It hurts. It real hurts. Like, bad. Why don't you take the necklace off?
And there's a thrall.
I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, I'm just saying, it would seem if I could take my arm off right now, it'd be great. That's fine.
Okay, so we're at Mordai. Mordai is 29 feet away.
Mordai turns back to the group and says, "It's okay. I have magic powers." And cast thaumaturgy to dim the fire of the nearest elemental and rush at it with a hammer.
Let's roll initiative.
Thank God.
And just to be clear, Chelsea, you have to be gone in 4 minutes.
I can stay till 40.
Okay.
I can do that.
21. Holy shit.
I feel like I'm being punished.
No ties this time. So, go us.
Yeah, good job, guys. And cool. All right, first one to go is Josh. Elaine, what are you doing?
Elaine doesn't know.
So what you see is about 4 fire elementals that are pretty fucking big. They're about 8 to 10 feet tall. They're like fire stone. They look like lava, essentially. And they are big. So Mordai is running towards one of them. And the other 3 are...
The one with the dimmest fire.
Yeah. And the other 3 are like casting their gaze towards you, all of you, after being busy destroying the city. So they're starting to head towards you.
Okay. Would Elaine be able to tell it looking like a fire thing? Would like it be specifically weak against like cold or anything, or like does it have any specific weaknesses?
Yeah, immediately you're like, okay, ice and water.
Okay. So Elaine is going to... You said that there's 4 of them?
Yep.
Okay. On the 3 of them that the 3 that Jay isn't fighting, she's gonna stick out a hand and cast magic missile and instead of force damage, it's going to be cold damage.
I forgot about that. Yeah, all right. All right. So what do you got?
So
That's 3d4 times, or plus what? Your
+1
Yeah.
each. Okay, so the first elemental was 3 damage.
Yeah. Okay. So that's actually gonna be 6.
Okay, the second was also 3, so 6.
Yeah.
And the last one was 2, so 4.
Okay, great. So yeah, you can visibly see that this frost is like doing something to him, and the flame actually, like the lava and the red glow is rather dimmed for quite some time after you hit it with frost.
So Elaine's gonna shout out, if you got water or frost powers, use them. Just shouting out for the rest of them to know.
All right, so it is.
Choose.
It is choose.
Me. I'm just trying to decide between one of two things. Hang on, let me look at the things one more time.
So right now, you are sitting on top of Mordai, which is a really good strategy. I don't know if you guys have actually realized this, because if Mordai, well, not only that, Mordai, you are, if you were 5 feet away from an enemy, choose can automatically sneak attack.
So, yeah,
Good
choose
strats.
choose with like
Going to
two
battle, bro.
And I would say you're about 5 feet away, being that you started running before.
sick. Choose is gonna do that sweet sneak attack.
Yeah.
With the luck blade on the fire elemental closest to us.
Okay. Let's just see here. Where is choose?
I should probably roll that d20 now, huh?
Yeah.
That's a 6.
Okay. Sorry, your sheet's just loading.
It's okay. It's still a 6.
I just want to double check something. Sorry, guys. Just trying to load some stuff. I don't know why these are working so slow. And we actually wrote down all the information for your luck blade, right?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you jump off and you kind of like you have Mordai just rushing in, and you springboard off of Mordai, and you got your knife out, and you go for your patented neck slice, and it looks like the elemental's just too hot, and it doesn't quite go, and so you're able to jump off before I'm guessing you disengage after.
Yeah, I was gonna say choose is gonna disengage.
So you're able to jump off, and you're able to jump off, and you kind of hop, you kind of swing right back onto Mordai's horn. And
I just swing back onto my head.
Yeah, basically. All right, so that is who is that? Who's next in the order? It is going to be Sparp. Whoop whoop. You're muted.
Whoop whoop! I thought we weren't fighting Nazis this episode.
Oh, Jesus Christ! What a world we live in today. So, how big are these fire elementals?
They're large.
I define large.
It's 8 feet. Or sorry, it's 8 to 10 feet.
Oh, okay.
You're basically going up against a larger Big Show.
Okay. Am I close enough to run up and punch him?
Yeah, you could do it.
Thank you, Spark.
Well then, I'm gonna go ahead, look at the thing, smile, and loudly proclaim as I run forward to punch it. Looks like it's time to beat the heat!
I love it. I love that. Now, which one are you going for? Because there's 4. Are you going for one that, the one that is currently being confronted by Mordai and Choose, or are you going for another one?
Let's go with that one. I just rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, absolutely. And you got your fancy Nancy glove.
I do. All right. So that is 2d6. Okay. That is 25 points of damage.
Is that before? How did you decide that?
Okay, so that was, I rolled a 10, so multiply that by 2 for the crit damage, because I believe that we agreed that that was a times 2. I'm not sure if we ever talked
correct,
about
correct.
that, but
No,
just
that's
assuming. So that makes it a 20, and then
Oh
my
no!
buddy just died in the game. And then plus 5 for the strength bonus.
Okay. We'll just give it a sec.
Josh
Tom.
Goldberg's computer shut itself. So
Oh dear.
Fire falling off a cliff while also simultaneously having a.
I
We'll
crit.
just give it a sec. That's kind of perfect timing.
He says hi back.
Nice.
Yay!
It's a Josh.
Hello.
You're
We
alive.
stole a wizard back.
Okay, so yeah, rolls a crit, and Sparmp it just kind of winds up its arm and just pops it straight in the kisser. And it is actually sent up, like it's lifted off its feet, and is knocked prone, and it's really looking worse for wear. Do you choose? And that was all your move action. Cool. All right. It is now the whose turn is it now? It is one of the elemental's turn. Oh, I know. It's one of the elemental's turn. The one that just got knocked down gets back up and swings at Sparp and rolls a 5+. Yeah. So that's not going to do it. So it swings and misses and makes another attack and rolls a 2. All right. And so it just kind of starts swinging at you, but you're all pumped up. You've just cried out your wicked catchphrase from the night, and so you're ducking and dodging all over the place.
Come on, motherfucker! I have my weenies today!
I love it. And then so another one starts going towards Elaine and starts doing the same thing and makes a swing at it. And actually does pretty good. Does a 16 hit?
Probably. I was gonna say definitely, but then I remembered I have. Yes, that definitely hits.
Okay. Oh, wrong dice. That was not the dice I wanted. You're lucky because it rolled a 10. Nope, that's not it. There we go. Oh, okay. It does 3 points of damage. So it kind of just nicks you.
Is that fire damage?
Yep.
So is that 1 point or 2 points?
I guess that'd be, yeah. Let's say it's going to be 1 point of damage.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. And then the third one, or the last one rather. No, there's 2 more. One goes after. Actually, another one kind of goes over and tries to hit more die. Rolls a 17.
That's going to be a no for me.
No, it does not. Oh yeah, your AC is really high.
I'm a fighter.
Yeah. So yeah, he swings, and you're like more concerned about Choose. So you're just like getting it out of the way as you're running towards the other one, and he swings again, and he misses. And so again, you're just like you're thinking 2 things: A, I gotta worry about the small dog on my head, and B, I'm going to fuck up the guy in front of me. And so the other one just swings, and you're not even, you have no patience for this one, and you just kind of dodge over it. And apparently, I guess these guys are a little slow. And the other one tries to, yeah, okay. So the other one kind of gets up, and it looks like it's horking a spitball. And that's all it's doing. And so we're going to go to Addie. Stumble, what are you doing?
I'm going to try something.
Okay.
So how are they lined up again? Are they in like
Two of them are grouped up right next to Mordai and Choose and Sparp, and the other other 3 are kind of so one of them's right up next to Elaine. And sorry, one's next to Elaine, 2 are up against the rest of the crew. The other one's standing about 30 feet or about 25 feet away from the party. So they're pretty spread out.
Could I position myself to like have a line of sight and like looking forward at the 2 fire things in front of Mordai without anyone else behind them, or?
So basically, you're just trying to get a good line.
Without
you could do it. I could see you could do it. Yeah.
I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna try casting Gust of Wind.
Nice. All right.
Yeah.
So for that, it's a save, right?
Yeah. It's gonna happen, but to have them pushed back,
yeah,
it can push someone back 15 feet away. They have to make a strength saving throw.
Yeah. Okay. And what do I have to beat?
12.
Okay, so that one beats it. And so the one that's facing Mordai and the one that just got knocked out by Sparp is catching his footing. The other one totally just slipped, and it goes flying. And because of the way you have it, it actually knocks into the other one and does.
Also, it does this. Does this do anything extra?
You're making the gestures?
Oh no, that thing in the chat.
Disperses gas or vapor.
Does that help any?
It turns the bad guy into a wacky waving floatable arms.
So yeah, basically, actually the flame on the one facing Mordai and all them, the one who got hit, actually starts to go really low. Like it burns up almost, and so it's kind of just like smoldering there. And when it does, yeah, cool. The one that you knock off, although its fire is intensified, it actually runs. It falls into the damaged elemental, and the elemental actually shatters.
This is for Twig.
I love it. And so we then go to it is Lunar.
So, is there any water nearby?
So there'd be like a little bit of a fountain nearby.
Cool. I wanted to cast Phantasmal Force and do it on obviously one of those guys over there. And I want him to basically think that he is like he really, really is so thirsty. I want him to go over to the fountain and try and drink it because he just perceives himself as super thirsty. Or they.
So basically, you are just implanting into its brain thirst.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Like water thirst, not like fire thirst.
And so, how do you do it? How do you physically? What does Lunar do physically to cast this?
Finger guns. Like straight up finger guns.
Oh yeah,
target.
This is great. And when you do one last one with your right arm, and it starts shaking.
Good. It's a lot of power in this gun.
Harder and harder and harder, and it starts to glow orange. And when you do, something what you're trying to do doesn't quite happen. A massive fireball comes out of your arm, and when that happens, your arm gets hotter and hotter. And it's glowing. It looks like your hand is actually like cracking, and breaking, and it's starting to travel up your arm, and it's getting hotter, and the rest of your body is starting to glow an immense orange. And this fireball is massive. It almost takes up the entire block. And it just goes firing off, not only at the elementals, but also towards the cloud ahead. And when this happens, Lunar, you shatter.
Okay.
Everyone sees your friend, your bandmate, just explode.
So it's at this point Elaine goes, "God damn it, not again."
Poor Elaine.
And Elaine just goes for a drink.
Mid battle.
Elaine disengages.
Sits down, and just starts eating an apple.
Before I even did anything, I just casually dropped my wine.
Yeah. So Lunar's body just explodes, and as that happens, Elaine notices the bottle just drop and roll, just ever so gently towards her. It was Lunar's favorite wine.
I know it's called horse breakfast.
Elaine's going to pick it up and pocket it, but not drink from it because she's like, "Fuck it, Lunar's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saving it for her."
Well,
So yeah, Lunar just blew up, and everyone else is kind of like, "How is everyone reacting to this?" Oh, by the way, 2 of the elementals are gone now. The other one that, so basically, there's actually one left. Stumble took out one of them, and the other one is pretty fucked up. It's prone. It's the last one is sitting prone.
So that's the Pope Punch one?
Yeah. Actually, no, that one destroyed. It's the other one.
Okay.
And it's not doing so hot. And so Mordai, you just saw... It's not doing so hot. Mordai, you just saw your friend blow up. And
So,
why don't you tell me what happens?
well, this is the third goddamn time.
No, this
Lunar
isn't Lunar just disappearing. This
isn't like the others.
This is
I
not
blew
just
up.
disappearing.
She fucking blew
She-
up.
Yeah.
Her arm essentially consumed her, and she exploded. Like violently exploded.
Like
So
lunar
Mordai
chunks.
stands, like, mouth agape for a minute.
Wait. When you say violently exploded, there's no pieces of her though, right? It's
No,
Like a
it's
fire
all like
explosion?
dust. Yeah, kind of like
Right.
yeah. When you put something in the microwave for too long, and it explodes.
That's even worse.
wait. So there literally is chunks of lunar. We could see that it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Stumble is gonna collect some.
I was gonna say that after the battle, Choose puts a little bit in the handkerchief chunk, just in case.
Just in case you see some sort of like crazy warlock who might have.
I mean, it's more
Like a bodily reconstitution pod.
I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen fucking liches.
Yeah.
So like
Oh, that's an interesting thought. Cool.
No.
Okay.
having a
Anyways.
chunk of lunar may not be the worst thing in the
So-
universe, but this battle is still going on.
This battle goes on, and Choose is just like
Choose is
Friend.
really fucking upset.
so. Like Choose actually just forgets about the elemental going on, and jumps off and starts going towards a piece of lunar that kind of skidded across the cobblestone towards you. And so again,
Put this in my
I'll ask.
inventory now.
Mordai, what do you do? Our meteorites.
Mordai really needs to vent some frustration right now.
Yeah.
So he goes over to the downed elemental, just very lightly ablaze, rears back his hammer, and says, "Burn in hell, you son of a bitch."
Yeah.
Bashes it.
And goes down, and just as you do that, you hit it, and when the hammer touches, the hammer doesn't move, it doesn't bounce, it just sits there, and you just see the elemental crack and just turn to dust. And when this happens, Jer calls out. He actually rolled a 1, so he was about to go next. But he calls out. That's no. What does he say? That would be. There's something emerging from the cloud, and you see from the cloud a horned figure. And this is where we're going to end our campaign for the night.
nope, isn't the Balar.
Pardon?
So
You don't know, but you have a feeling it might be.
so we see Mordai?
That was my thought too.
We could
I-
be like
I mean,
Mordai plus.
Mordai's pretty neat, but I don't see why he's the big cliffhanger.
Like DLC Mordai.
Yeah. All right.
Oh fuck.
What a fun, sexy time for us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, don't fear. I have a chunk of your body wrapped up in a quarter of some dead dude's handkerchief. Like, it's chill.
A meteorite, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
got
have
a sandcastle.
You did have a sandcastle.
I hit a
I guess
rock.
it's a good thing that the sandcastle got protected, because then Shoes didn't use the quarter of a handkerchief to hold part of a sandcastle. Now it can hold a chunk of our friends.
Priorities, though.
This is just great. This is just fucking super. Anime Beach Day, my ass.
got me all excited for beach day. I use magic to shout about beach day.
I
mean,
fucking
there was
told
a-
y'all.
To be
I
fair,
was scared.
to be fair, we were having a nice beach day until like me and fucking Elaine decided to be like, let's check out this fucking magic stuff. Let's
Yeah.
just see what happens.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Choose was learning how to do flips in the water, having a great time. Somehow Choose had fucking water wings.
It was great.
I built a sandcastle.
Yeah, Spark built a sandcastle. Stumbleduck recruited Bethany. Like, this was a good time. I could assume we were gonna have a picnic. Like,
That's
and
why-
you know what?
no.
That's
You
why I
know
chose
Jer.
Larry.
You know Jer had like a picnic packed away in the yacht.
The
later
thing is,
on in the evening.
I'm just gonna assume that Russ had a really nice beach day planned for us, but these assholes over here,
Yeah.
Chelsea and
To
Dustin,
be honest,
Actually.
it wasn't even Elaine. It wasn't even Josh Goldberg. It was fucking me.
Hold
Like
on,
I
let me-
straight up was like, I'm gonna touch it.
can I rephrase? Hold on, let me rephrase. This asshole over here, Chelsea.
Sorry guys, I ruined beach day and then I exploded.
Do we get a makeup beach day
This
for
is
this?
literally why we can't go nice places.
Do we get to have a beach day funeral now?
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna say it was gonna be at
Choose-
the. It was gonna be at the beach.
Choose
Right?
the last place we ever experienced happiness.
No, hold on. You couldn't even stay and deal with the bullshit. You had to disappear.
I didn't.
I'm gonna build
I
a
exploded.
sandcastle.
Like she exploded. This time she didn't fucking disappear. There wasn't like a poof. She
I was
Okay,
even
hold on.
trying to help. I was trying to do magic.
yeah, and I
Chelsea-
was like asking if it was like, you know, the lich poof die thing explode, and then he was like, no, it's like when you heat something up in the microwave for too long.
Well,
Yeah.
she still disappeared. She ain't there no more.
I mean, Choose has a chunk of her in their bag. So, like, I don't think it's fair to say that she's not here anymore because Choose is literally holding on to a piece of her.
Yeah.
Okay, I actually want to finish
Back
something off
for
real
later?
quick here. I want to finish something. I know. Jay just got up, and Ellie. So did you. Okay, so
Is she being weird again? No, she's just
No, she's just wanting to cuddle.
standing. Oh god, I
Um,
got so scared.
So, Lunar, and I'll have to apologize to Jay. Lunar, you close your eyes. I mean, your eyes are closed, and you all you see is, you know how sometimes when you close your eyes, you can kind of see red and sometimes some colors, and you see like the
Yeah.
inside of your eyelids. You see, like at first you see black, and then red, and then white, and then you open your eyes and all you see is white. And you're floating. You're floating and you're just kind of just drifting. And there's nothing. And then you see Burrell.
Oh, cool.
And he's just floating downward and he's got his arms crossed and he looks like pretty chill. And he's floating like if you were parallel, or not parallel, you were horizontal, just laying, floating into nothing. He's actually just like head first, heading downwards, and he's just looking at you, really disappointed.
Is it because can I just like point up and be like, is it because I touched the necklace?
And he smiles and he smirks a little bit and goes, "Wow, this really sucks, huh?"
A little bit. A little bit. I had a
Well-
plan. It's not like a grand divine plan. Get it? Anyways.
And he says, "Don't worry, we'll make this work."
We have the technology. We can rebuild her.
Build it. We can make it stronger.
We can make this work.
And that is the end of the night. Oh my
I'm
god!
the Bardinator. That's fine. Robo
So-
Bard.
So Chelsea, when you were going to touch it, and I told Russ to look at Facebook chat. I told him that I was preparing to do a hold person. Because straight up, if instead of touching it, you grabbed for it, Elaine was freezing you in place.
I wasn't gonna. I'm not an asshole. God.
Well, you don't remember what deal you made. Maybe when you touch it, you're going to grab it without wanting to.
Yeah, this is true.
That's true. That's true.
I knew that I wouldn't have a chance to
I mean,
hand it
technically,
off to someone, so maybe you wouldn't have a chance to not take it.
well, technically, oh well, I guess by your judgment, yeah, I don't remember anything, but technically, she
Yeah.
remembers it all.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah,
As far as Elaine goes, and you're a super deceptionist,
Yeah. She's
Elaine
a very
is like,
trustworthy person at this point. What with her random disappearances and explosions, as bards are wont to do. Anyways, I need to go.
okay.
Good
Bye.
night. I
I
love
love
you.
you too. Bye.
I need to go too. So,
Oh,
good night,
Bye.
everyone.
Good night. I love you. Bye. Have fun tomorrow.
And so at this point, I'm going to end the broadcast. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching.
Bye.
Good night.